All right, so this is how a gatekeeper works. And I know we've all experienced it, and I'm going to help you guys see through it because I didn't see through it at first either. But I was talking to Vox about it, and he said that this is would be a great topic to talk about on a stream with the Bears. So I'm going to help you guys understand it. The way gatekeeping works in this modern environment is each gatekeeper is allowed to say one true thing. Anyway, the way gatekeeping works is you're allowed to say like one true thing. Joe Rogan hooked me in because he could say that hunting was okay. And then from there, they just lie. The way that this all works, the way society works under this Edward Bernays dystopia of quote unquote public relations, which is full spectrum programming of lies. Starting with the heliocentric model, the curve of the earth. It's not there. It's not there. It's illegal now in England, by the way, there's this crazy law about questioning the curve of the earth for engineers because it's so provable when you just look at engineering blueprints. When really long bridges, really long tunnels, there's never, ever a curve ever calculated. 1 inch or 8 inches per mile squared. Not there. Okay, so anyway, in this world of constant full spectrum programming, people need release valves or else the population would get too jacked up with all the lies. So Joe Rogan was allowed to say hunting was okay, because everywhere in the media, it's like, if you hunt, you might as well kill your own baby, which you should because it's overpopulation and white men. This is by design. They know what they're doing. They keep you constantly in a state of nonsense. We're going to get to Chernobyl in a second, black holes, all that stuff. Anyway, so they keep you in a constant state of like 50 genders, Greta Thundertug, global warming, all that. Just lie. And then they let you say one thing true, and that will hook people into a new gatekeeper. So then they put the men for Joe Rogan that are dying for someone just simply to say that hunting doesn't make you a Nazi. And then from there, he just sells you DMT, penis pumps, says marriage is stupid. He wants to have sex with Jesus Christ. Him and Duncan Trussell explore each other's anuses, just disgusting satanic shit, right? But that one true thing was the hook. Okay, Ben Shapiro, anti-abortion. That's what hooked me in with Ben Shapiro, because at the time I was realizing how evil abortion was. My wife was pregnant, and I saw the miracle that is life, and I was like, wow, abortion really is terrible. And then in the media landscape, no one is allowed to say anything about abortion being evil. We all know it is. Everyone alive knows it is. Everyone. And so then you have Ben Shapiro who's allowed to say abortion's murder. It hooks you in, and then he puts you in a little pen because everything else he says is a lie. Judeo-Christian, nah. And then you have Jordan Peterson in this landscape of, 50 genders, and I identify as a lampshade. And they know that that's crazy. Everyone knows it's crazy. They let Jordan Peterson say that he doesn't even say it's nonsense. He simply says he won't be compelled to say he because of if someone doesn't have a penis or she, if someone does have, this is nonsense, guys. This is all mind control shit. And we're full spectrum deprogramming you guys. It's like, because I'm so sick of it. And in other countries, some of them are not like this. America has it only second to maybe Israel and England, and Australia, Canada. Australia, Canada, Israel, England and America are under just psychotic spells. All right, so anyway, a Spanish country has a really hard time with this gender nonsense because it's la luna, el oso. Even the words are gendered. All right, so anyway, burn my 12 rules for life. Oh, good for you. So this is how gatekeepers work. So then Nick Fuentes is a gatekeeper now, and you saw the whole thing happen. I warned everybody. I did my part. I was a good Bravo. So Nick Fuentes started talking about, what was it? It was racial IQ. That's what he was allowed to say. And he was allowed to, in fun little shticky joke formats with sarcasm, he could talk about the Holocaust being exaggerated. Okay, he's since apologized for the Holocaust thing, and now that's his little pen now. Now he's the liar. Everything he says is a lie, serves his own needs. But he's the guy that allowed young Generation Z people to admit that everybody knows that Tyrone and Darnell don't seem to be doing as well on tests in school. These are not like, these are obvious realities. Abortion's murder, different races on average score differently on tests. It's not cultural, it's just a fact. It's just like different races can run faster. No one seems to, it's not all. Vox Day is Caucasian and American Indian, and he's faster than 99.9% of blacks in foot speed. But on average, this is the way it goes. Hunting does not make you a Nazi. Joe Rogan does not need to say that. It's just like, this is how gatekeeping works. They sandwich a lie with two true pieces of bread. So always watch out for anybody that says something true that hooks you in, and then they just serve the interests of the machine. And a great way to tell at this point is, are they monetized on YouTube? With the exception of Vox, he's not allowed on Google's campus. Like, Vox is a different animal. Don't apply this to him, because he is like a legal, he fights to a degree where he actually, I believe, has successfully intimidated Google, which is hilarious. But in general, watch out for people monetized on YouTube and verified on Twitter. They're serving the master. Their master. Vox smashes it, he does. There's no way Vox was that fast. He was a Division I. He got a full scholarship for Division I sprinting. That means he's elite. Division I sprinter. So just line up 100 blacks, and yeah, they're going to be on average a little faster than the whites. But when you have a guy that's beats black sprinters in like state championships, you see how this all works. It's the same with, there's many black people that score higher on IQ tests than whites or Chinese. On average, that isn't the case. It's very, very, very easy for everybody to say, black people jump higher than white people. Yeah, white people can see patterns better than black people, abstract patterns. Chinese people are better at spatial relations. And this is just on average. It's also, you can do the same thing with height. Germans on average are taller than Sicilians. This isn't anything. This doesn't make you a bad person to point this out. And so the way gatekeepers work is, you keep a society under so much politically correct pressure where, it's just such nonsense that they release a little pressure here and there with a gatekeeper. And then the gatekeeper has to stick to that one true thing they said, but they're not allowed to think for themselves, and they're not allowed to say what everybody knows is true. All right. So I hope that helps.